Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Whomst podcast. It is March 10th, 2025. Today's episode, I'm gonna be talking about uh, whiskey. I, I end up getting. I haven't. This is my first drink. I bought this bottle like 2 days ago. It was a weekend. First, like I said, it was my first time drinking besides like beer or something like that. A hard liquor in like a year, and the first one here in this new apartment. And usually when I go, because I saw it was a liquor store right next to me, right next to the grocery store, right? But I never wanted to. It was a little embarrassing. And it's not going inside the liquor store; it's going on my bike. It was something about like, no, you shouldn't be worried about getting drunk when you ride your bike. It's very insecure of me, I know, but uh, one of the few times I was actually finna drive the car. Oh, speaking of that, Lord, I'll get into that because I'll get into that in a minute because that car, the car's on a standstill, and I don't know. Anyway, I was always embarrassed about going to the liquor store on my bike, parking it and whatever. I finally get there, I finally go, and usually when I go to the liquor store, I get Kraken, which is rum. This is this real dark rum. It has like I think it's like an octopus or something on it, and it got a nice little handle to it or whatever. I can drink it while drunk. It's very suitable for that. I think that's the point of it. That's what I usually get. But this time I'm gonna change it up, and I got two things that's the same price as the Kraken together. One, I got something called Plum and Whimsy, Pump, Palm and Whimsy, something like that. It's a gin. I mixed it with some Seven Up and then some juice that I got. That was okay. Nothing special about it. Honestly, I could have just got the Kraken. Um, and then the second one was something a little bit more experimental. It's called Screwball. It is peanut butter whiskey. That is whiskey that tastes like peanut butter. Sounds disgusting because it is. Um, I've been hearing about this for years. Podcasts that I'll listen to, they'll recommend it. They'll be like, "Oh my god, this is unique. It's one of my favorite whiskeys." And all the reviews is like, "Oh, it's so delicious," or whatever. And you fall for it, and then you buy it. All I gotta say is I'm gonna go find those podcasts and then unsubscribe from them because what the fuck is this bullshit? I ain't look. I ain't gonna be mean and say like, "Oh, this is the most disgusting whiskey I've ever had in my life." It is a very unique tasting whiskey. It's one of those whiskeys you can't just throw on somebody. You have to like warn them, hey, this one tastes like peanut butter. All right, it's like because uh if somebody would have just gave this to me, I'm like, what the fuck did you do to my drink? Like what some you know what I mean? It's like that's how I feel. You know how okay. The best way I can describe it, because obviously it tastes like peanut butter, but the best way to describe this particular peanut butter taste, it tastes like if you had like more natural peanut butter, and if you let it sit for a while, it'll turn into like liquid, like the oils or whatever. I did that. This whiskey tastes like what I think if you drink that liquid by itself. That's what I think. That's the best way I can describe it. Because it's like you taste it like, oh, okay, peanut butter. It's like it tastes like whiskey if the tube that they was transferring from the barrel to the bottle had peanut butter in it, like it was by accident. It is very it's strong. If it was like a hint of peanut butter, it's like how like some of these companies, like Pepsi or Coca Cola, and be like, oh, it's vanilla or blueberry, and it kind of tastes like what they're saying it is, but it still tastes like their soda. You know what I mean? If it was like that, then I'll probably like it a little bit. If it was a little bit lighter, but it is strong, boy. Like somebody dipped their balls in, like, like it just, dang, it sticks on your tongue, your taste buds. You be looking inside of your mouth for a while. I had a good idea. I did it today actually, and it didn't. I was like, okay, if it's peanut, cause I'm gonna drink it. It's gonna slow roll it. My idea was, oh, I'm gonna get some grape juice. I got some Welch's grape juice, and I was like, if I use this as the juice, right? Oh, it'll taste like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh, smart, right? It didn't work that way. It for somehow I don't know if it's just the concentration of the Welch's grape. It almost overpowers the peanut butter. So I barely even taste the whiskey, the whiskey drink itself. I barely taste the peanut butter. It's not as strong. It just like it almost ruins it. It's like you can't have a mixed drink with this one because it's already mixed with something else. So if you mix anything else with it, both of going it's going to cancel each other out. It's going to taste like spicy juice. It's like what the fuck? I don't. Maybe I put too much juice. I'll probably try it again a little bit later. But I thought that'd be a genius idea. Or maybe I need to get a different type of grape drink. You know what I mean? Something that's not as concentrated. It's like some like off-brand purple. You know what I mean? Maybe that'll work. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, okay, the car, right? Try to be quick with it because I've recorded this one before, but every time I do, I end up over explaining and it'd be like 20 minutes long. I'm trying to stick to the 15 minutes like I wanted to. The car, like I say, I drove it that one time. I was driving it that one time. It's not legal, by the way. If you haven't been listening to the chronicles of this fucked up ass car in the last 3 episodes that I've been since December, the car is not legal. Why is it? I own the car. I got the title. I got that out the way. I don't know if I explained it. Damn, it was so much happening about this car. I almost gave up on it. I almost sold it. Damn, just keep one thought, George. It's so many. I thought I was gonna have trouble getting the title because the guy, I explained this, I did. He gave me the bill of sale and the application for the title transfer or whatever, and he gave me an actual title, right? All three of them had different names in it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I remember explaining this, and I thought I was gonna have an issue with that. Not apparently not. It was pretty easy. It's just so much. I guess trying to get it out the way. Goddamn, a month later, the title finally came in the mail, so I own the car officially. I can even sell it now if I wanted to, which I almost did because as of the last episode, Texas has had its winter. It's still winter, it's still cold. It's more hot now, but when this issue was happening, it was like 10 degrees outside and stuff like that. The battery died. I thought it was probably an alternator issue as well, but it was a battery issue because it was so cold. And when I finally popped the truck to look at the battery, yeah, I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% confident this is the OG battery, which is really impressive. Or I don't know if it's some other third party battery. It didn't have any logos, bare booty, naked ass battery, no no stickers or nothing, just a black box with. I was like, what is this, man? Try to do two things. I tried to buy a charger and a jumper for it, which I'm kind of glad I have them now to try to fix the battery. See if it was just because it was cold outside, but no, the battery's just old. Who knows how long he's been letting it sit. Got a new battery. Car runs right now. Been testing it, and I'll drive it once or twice a week. One time to work, one time to the laundromat, right? And I to get the registration, even though now in Texas you don't need to do a inspection anymore, a yearly inspection, you still need to do one if you want to register it, like the first time registering the car, I guess for emissions or whatever. Before, when I first got the car in December, I went for a normal inspection. I wasn't thinking about no registration, just a normal, just to see how fucked up the car was. The car already had like a check engine light on. I wasn't really tripping about that. The car's old enough to drink. I expect that, right? You know, like 30 years old and having back problems. It was gonna come with the territory. So when I first went, he gave me this paper, something that was gonna cost like $1,700 for like tune up and some other stuff with the engine. But right now it was running. I wasn't really worried about it. I have no real big plans on doing anything with it. So I saw it. I'm not gonna spend almost $2,000 yet, but whatever. Fast forward to about 3 days ago when I went to go buy the liquor. Uh, I was just out and about. I had just got paid. I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna go. Yeah, it was Friday. No, it's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. And I went to go to Firestone to get a regular inspection. Explain to them this is for so I can register the car. The guy, he did like a quick look around. He was like, hey, which I really appreciate that he did this. Uh, he was like, hey, yeah, your stuff has a check engine light on it. This is before they even pulled it in to their little garage. They was like, yeah, he has a check engine light. We don't check for safety anymore. We check for emissions. Yeah, it has a check engine light, so that means we're automatically not gonna pass it. That's what we do. So I was like, oh, okay. It was kind of fucked up, but you know what? Um, I low key kind of expected nothing. Sorry, like, hey, I got the extra money, so just hold on to it, I guess, and just save up and try to get it fixed or whatever. Um, but yeah, why I almost sold it. This was before. Did I skip? I skipped that whole part, didn't I? Like I said, it was 10 degrees outside. This is one of those days I was going to just drive it around just to, one, get the gas out the damn car because I bought the car in December 26th, and I filled it up that day, and I am a little bit over half still of that same gas. This is March 10th. That fucking gas is gonna be so goddamn diluted. It's gonna be another issue, just another issue I'm gonna have to deal with. But I'm trying to drive it as much as I can without getting caught. I'm not going that far. I'm like driving around the apartment complex, not that much, which is crazy. Because if I didn't need to use the gas will already be empty, which is crazy. Like breaking a 20, it'd be gone already. But now that I actually need to use the gas, it's barely moving. Shit, last time I started the car, right? I thought I was like, you know how the little lines going from empty to full. Let's say it got like 8 lines. The last time I looked at it, it's like on number 7, and I'm confident the day that I was going to do an inspection and going to the liquor store and all this stuff, I'm confident it went up. So I don't even know if the damn the gauge works that well. I'm not even sure. Here, it's so much stuff, man. It's just why I almost sold it. Jesus, just get to the point. 10 degrees. It's cold outside. Ice on the door. I jiggle it. I don't want to break it because it's an old car. The ice finally breaks, and the door is open. I drive it, and I start to drive, and the door opens back up while I'm driving. I slam it while I'm driving. It opens back up. I'm like, what the fuck? Now pull over. Give it one good slam, it closes. I'm like, hey, we got it, right? Drive a couple blocks to the laundromat like I planned. The door won't open. the door won't open. Now I'm stuck, and I haven't tested the passenger side. So I couldn't knock the ice off of it at first. So I'm low key kind of panicking a little bit. So I'm like, cause it's already bad enough. Driver's side definitely won't open. I'm not sure if the passenger side in the front opens. I know for sure the back passenger side, that doesn't open. I found that out the first week I had the car, but I didn't really trip about it because, I mean, I'm not going to have anybody in the car. I don't need to go right there. So the only if that front passenger side door doesn't open, I'm gonna have to somehow maneuver to the back seat and open the driver's side back door to get out. That's what I thought I had to do. But luckily the ice broke on the passenger and it didn't break the door. I was so pissed off. I was so pissed. No, I wasn't at the laundromat. I went to work. That's why I had to sit on it for a day. Uh, So I had to jump out. It's cold as shit. Wind blowing. It's the wind making it feel like -2. Boy, I was so pissed off. Fingers cold as hell. For some, because I didn't bring my big coat because I was driving the car, right? So I thought I wouldn't need to bring. I didn't. It's bad mistakes. I'm just making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. Anyway, I almost sold it, and the only thing that saved it was another level of me being lazy. Was the ironic thing with Craigslist is when I was doing my car search, right, doing Craigslist or wherever on my Google searching, Craigslist was one of those places I was looking for cars, and that's how I found this one. I wish I didn't, but anyway, I was looking around and I was complaining because it was so many dealerships. The dealerships and used car places was taking up so many spots on Craigslist. I was like, they need to be charged for this shit. It's like or at least they need to do something so we'll know, be able to filter them out or something, so we can see like normal people cars, cause we ain't, cause dealer. If you ever look on Craigslist, look for a car, there you'll see it's either you're gonna see a nice looking car is gonna say $0 or it's gonna say 1,000 some low ass price. That's just a down payment. Probably they're gonna say some bullshit. You call, because I've never called them up because I already know they're gonna be on some nonsense, right? So I was like, they need to have some type of filter or whatever, blah blah blah. At the same time, I was asking, how do Craigslist make money when you have so much fluff on here, right? I could never find an answer how they made money until I got frustrated with this day when the door wouldn't open, and I go to Craigslist try to sell the car, and at the end of the post, it was like, hey, we'll post it if you give us $5. $5 to post on Craigslist. I was like, fuck that. Not because I didn't have the money, it was because I'm not fucking paying for it. I'm not paying $5. I felt like this came out of nowhere. Yeah, they blindsided me with this. Whatever. I'm not doing this right now. So me being cheap kind of saved the car from being sold. Luckily, 2 days later, when I actually went to laundromat, I got the timeline so I mixed up. That's when I actually went to the laundromat with the car. At this point, I'm kind of used to climbing in from the passenger side. Put one knee in, you do like a 360. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. Boom. It's like a little maneuver or whatever, right? I was laughing it off. The whole thing's funny. Everything's funny about this car. From the COVID mask in the air intake that I fixed, the battery dying, to the back doors not opening, to a bunch of stuff. Just funny. It's just funny because I made a stupid ass decision and now I have to just deal with it. I was just laughing it off, right? Drive to the laundromat, the door opens. The door was frozen. I guess this whole time, the whole latch. Here I am in those few days before I went to that, when it finally opened back up. I looked up parts. I almost bought parts. I found like 3 videos, really informative videos on how to take the door apart and stuff like that. I was gonna figure it out somehow. Take the door apart while it's all closed up and stuff. I was gonna make a whole day out of it. Whatever. Pick a day and just fix it. So it was gonna be a learning experience. I was down for it. Then it opened, so I was like, all right, okay, all right. Lesson learned. I need to learn more patience. Somebody almost got like I was gonna sell it for $1,000, like a mechanic special or whatever. Some mechanic would have got a decent running car, and since they have the knowledge, they wouldn't have to do that much. Which, hey, whatever, mistakes. But I didn't sell it. I still got it, and now I still can't legally drive it until I save up $2,000 or something so I can get the engine, check engine light fixed up. And then after that, you know how it all works. Oh man, it's something else. You fix something else breaks. I already can feel the transmission acting up. You You switch over to drive and motherfucker do a backflip and shit. The fucking car jump like you seen a spider. Yeah. All right. That's the next thing. So I might as well start saving for that motherfucker too. It's like fuck it, whatever. I don't need to drive this car that I bought. Nah, let's just sit on it and look at it. Nobody can say I don't have one. I do. Can I drive it? Hey. Hey, you asking too many questions. Too many questions. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's the update, man. I'm watching a lot of movies. I think in the meantime, you know what? I'm a bring back the casual enjoyer. Start watching some movies or talk about the movies that I did watch because I just watched Mickey 17. So yeah, I might wait until that comes out. Oh my God, my nose. Something flew in my nose. That is a sign to end this. I watched Mickey 17. It was a good movie. I think I'm gonna wait until it hit digital and rent it and watch it again because that's how much I enjoyed it. Which I guess is a sneak peek to when I do the episode on the casual enjoyer. Because I usually don't watch movies twice. So yeah, who knew? Who knew that Robert Pattinson? When I was forced to watch Twilight because I liked this one girl, forced to watch all those dumbass movies, that Robert Pattinson would be one of my favorite actors 10, 15 years later. Who knew? Yeah, but anyway, see y'all next time.